welcome back to another video. This is another video that is going to be added to my series that I have that's called Programmable Logic Controllers. What you're going to learn in this video is how to connect your laptop via Ethernet cable to a Programmable Logic Controller. And this Programmable Logic Controller that I'm using is one that is made by a company called Horner Automation. So if you don't know who Horner Automation is, I'll go ahead and explain a little bit about them. So Horner Automation is a company that makes and builds their own programmable logic controllers. What makes them different is they actually fuse the programmable logic controller into the human-machine interface. So they build them together for the most part. And traditionally, you would just have an Allen Bradley PLC and connect it to an external human-machine interface, HMI, with a cable. So they do offer that as well, but it just makes them a little bit different because they are able to integrate those two. So that's who Horner Automation is. They make programmable logic controllers and human-machine interfaces, and they also do something else that is very different from other big names like Allen Bradley or Siemens, which is they have software that is free. So this software is a programming software, and it's called C-Scape. So that is Horner Automation. And I also want to mention this other company that has helped in creating this trainer. That's called Process Solutions, and they're based here in Houston, Texas. And what they do is they help companies with automation solutions. So they actually build systems to help out companies, other companies. And they are a big user of Horner Automation's products. So this right here that I'm going to put on the screen, this is a video of this trainer that I'm working with. So Process Solutions actually created this box that I'm calling a trainer. And it allows you to do multiple different functionalities of a typical PLC and showcase what it can do. So that's Process Solutions. I wanted to go ahead and mention Horner Automation and Process Solutions and just tell you what they actually do. If you want to learn more about Process Solutions, you can actually check out their website. I would definitely recommend doing that. Their website is psctexas.com. So I would recommend checking out more of what they do because it's very interesting. And so this falls along the lines of automation because programmable logic controllers are huge in the automation industry. Okay, so now that you know about that, I'm going to show you how you can connect your laptop to this trainer. So the very first thing that you want to make sure that you do is make sure your trainer is plugged into a power source, the very first thing. The next thing that you want to do is connect an Ethernet cable from your computer to the back of the trainer. So those are the two physical connections that you need. After you've done that, you can go ahead and turn the trainer on by flipping this switch. Once you've turned on the trainer, I'm going to show you how you can download this Cscape software. So I'm on my computer screen right now. So you'll go to whichever browser that you would like, and we're just going to type in Horner Automation. So you can see the link at the top right here. It is hornerautomation.com, and this is what their website looks like. What you're going to want to do is you want to create an account. So where my mouse is, you're going to click there. you're going to click new user and create yourself an account, because you have to have an account in order to download their software. You'll create your account. I've already got mine created, so I'm just going to sign in, and after a while it signs me in. So after you're signed in, the next thing you're going to do is go to Our Products. You're going to go down to Control Software and then go over to Free C-Scape software. Okay. Once you're here, you're going to scroll down, and under C-Scape Download, you're going to see C-Scape 10 Current Release. So not the release notes, you're going to want to get C-Scape 10 SP3, and you'll just click Download. So that's how you get the C-Scape software. So once you've done that and the software is downloaded, the next thing that you're going to do, you're going to open up C-Scape. Okay. When you first open up C-Scape, you'll see this menu. This is saying select an editor type. So we're going to click variable-based addressing. Variable-based is the almost a standard now. The old version or old way of doing it was using registers, but for now we're using this variable-based. So click OK. Okay. So now you're in the C-Scape software. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do, since you're in the software, is we're going to go to hardware config. So it's in the controller section at the top of the screen. You're going to click hardware configuration. And what we're doing here is we're going to configure this hardware that we have. So we're going to tell this software what it's working with. You're going to click OK. So now we've configured the hardware. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to switch over to this HMI. So you're going to come over here and you're going to tap on the top right corner, which will pop up this menu. You'll click at the top and then you'll go to Networks. You'll click on LAN. And then right here, you can see it shows you the IP address. You'll also want to take note of the net mask. The other thing that you want to make sure is this DHCP is in the off position. And then you also want to take note of this CAN ID at the bottom of the screen. So this CAN ID is the same as target ID. That's the first thing that we're going to focus on. We're going to focus on the CAN ID, which is the same as the target ID. So if you look back at the Cscape software in the controller section to the left of hardware configuration, you'll see set target ID. So when you click that, it's going to pop up this menu and you can change, and it says new network ID. So you're going to set it to what this says, CAN ID 253. So it'll say 253. So you'll set that. Okay, and the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to Connection Wizard. So click on Connection Wizard. We are using LAN or Ethernet, so we'll click that and click Next. Once this pops up, this is asking for the IP address of this PLC, which just as I showed you, it is on the screen. So on here, on the HMI, it says IP address 192.168.254.128. So that is what this menu should say, that IP address. The mode that we're going to be in is this ETN Ethernet mode. Click Finish. And that is how you do the Connection Wizard. And now what we're going to do is we're going to configure the IP address for your laptop's Ethernet port. So your laptop's Ethernet port has an IP address, and this PLC also has an IP address. In order to do that, we're going to click the Windows key plus the R key on your keyboard. Okay, that'll pop up this menu, this run menu, and you want to have this typed into that box. So we're going to open NCPA.cpl. So we'll click OK. It'll pop up this menu, and we're going to go. Also, you want to make sure that your Wi-Fi is turned off, just in case it messes up the communication. So we only want to communicate through the Ethernet, so make sure to turn your Wi-Fi off. And then we're going to go to Ethernet. In Ethernet, we'll click on Properties. And in Properties, we're going to want to find this Internet Protocol version, IPv4. Okay, so you'll double click that. And here you can actually configure the IP address for that port. One thing to note is these subnet masks. So the subnet mask is the same thing as the net mask. And these two have to be the same on your laptop as it is in the PLC. This subnet mask that we're working with says 255.255.255.0. So each of those sections is called an octet. All right, so those 3 octets, the first 3 are 255. So what that does is on your IP addresses for your laptop and your PLC, you can see the first octets of the IP address 192.168 and 254 is the same on both. So it's going to say the same thing on your PLC. But the one part that's different about it is the ending. So on the PLC, it says 128 for the last octet. On the laptop right here, you can see I have it set to 100. So that's what we want. We want them to be different on the end. So you can click OK and exit out of these menus. Okay, so then what we want to do is turn off the trainer and then turn it back on. And you'll want to see an R at the bottom right of your screen. So it should have an R and say no forces. If you have an issue and it's not connected, then you will see a question mark instead of the R. So that's how to know if you're connected or not. And you'll also see all these buttons right here that are able to be pressed. Okay, so that's all I have for this video. Hopefully now you have a better idea of how you can use this Cscape software and connect it to your Programmable Logic Controller, and also of the company Process Solutions. So I hope this video helped. Make sure to check out my future videos because I will be making more on this trainer with this setup. So make sure to tune in for my future videos. Thank you for watching. I also want to tell you that a little bit about myself again. So if you don't know, my name is Jeffrey Baker. I am a student here in Houston, Texas, and I'm currently enrolled at Lone Star College North Harris for robotics automated manufacturing. So this is what I'm going to college for, and this YouTube video is just to showcase the things that I'm learning. So hopefully this video helps for other people that are in this same field as me. So I'll include a QR code that will take you to my personal portfolio website at the end of this video. But other than that, thank you for watching. Make sure to check out future videos.